All right, guys, welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast. I'm Nick,
And I'm Tim.
and today we will be serving up Thanksgiving,
Yes, but not food.
the movie.
The movie. 2023 Thanksgiving. Raspy voice. The movie Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes.
Came out in 2023.
Just said that, yes.
Oh, didn't realize that.
Oh
Oh well.
Anyway.
Couldn't hurt. I couldn't hear you over that goblin.
I know. Ooh. It's got one in his hat.
Where'd you get that hat?
Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah. 2-day shipping. They came through. Where'd you get that hat?
At a store.
Oh.
I forget which store.
You forget, okay. Anyway, today is Thanksgiving. We hope you're having a nice, fun day on this Thanksgiving this year. Whether you're watching this before the festivities begin or after you eat the food, in preparation, unwinding, whatever you may be doing, we hope you enjoyed the day.
I hope there's no more leftovers.
Yeah, eat all the leftovers. They're not allowed.
Not for this film.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the tagline. There'll be no more leftovers. I think that's the tagline.
That's going to be the tagline. All right.
I think at the end of the trailer, like that's what they said.
Oh.
Like the trailer voice said there'll be no more leftovers. So, anyway, we'll be getting into that film.
This movie is
reviewing that.
over the top.
This movie is something else. We're going to get into it. Excuse all the barking. Excuse it.
Tune it out.
Tune it out. You don't hear it. We don't hear it.
Yeah,
You don't hear
what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyway, we're going to jump right into it.
All right.
So, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Start my little timer here. So, I just want to give a little fun fact. I don't know if you know this, how this movie got made and why.
I do not.
You do not? Fun fact for anybody who doesn't know. Thanksgiving was created way back then, 2007. There was a movie called Grindhouse. Within that movie, they created a bunch of fake movie trailers, like in that universe, I guess. And a movie called Thanksgiving was playing a trailer for it. And the whole, like, people like us, the audience, were like, well, we want to see that movie because that looks actually really good. So they took that fake trailer and made it into a real movie from that 2007 movie. What a crazy way to make a movie, right?
That is. I mean, what the fans wanted.
Exactly. I don't know if they got what they thought they were going to get.
I'll have to look up that movie.
And it was very, grungy, very 80s, like the fake trailer. Very gory and stuff. So everybody's like, we want that. That's better than like this movie, the Grindhouse movie.
So were like any of the actors in that trailer like the same, or
I think one person.
Okay.
I don't know who, but one person was. But the parade scene that was in that trailer, the
Really?
trampoline scene, yeah, like it was literally that trailer was made into a movie.
Shot. It's like
It was
that's
again.
weird.
They obviously had to reshoot it, but they created a fake trailer for that movie. Like with it, I guess I never saw the movie, but I'm guessing people in that movie were watching a movie, and before the coming attractions was a Thanksgiving. So
it's kind of mind blowing.
it is. Like that's a weird way to have a movie, but it got done. And I have to say, I don't know if there's any other horror Thanksgiving movie out
I looked it up. There's like maybe a couple.
there.
I think there's like a couple, but like there was just not a lot. I
Yeah.
think that's what makes this movie pretty unique.
Mhm.
Like
It's
the setting,
Yeah.
like, and the opening.
yeah, the opening.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little fun fact. I thought it was unique. It's cool.
Yeah.
So this movie's called Thanksgiving. Obviously. I think they're gonna make a part 2. I don't know. It might have been confirmed, but Eli Roth directed this movie.
Yes.
He's had some big misses. Borderlands.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Did he write Borderlands though?
I don't think it matters. He was part of that movie.
Well, no, not. I don't think necessarily.
That's-
Director depends. Like, not all directors are usually the writers of the film. They kind of maybe sometimes get the script, but if he wrote it, then
Yeah, it's got a 10%. Director Eli Roth, Borderlands writer. Eli Roth did help write it.
Okay.
And direct it. So bad on him.
yeah, for shame.
For shame. But Did he do better in this film? We'll find out. We'll let you know at the end.
Yeah.
Our review. Do you want to give a plot overview summary?
Yeah, I actually have a little plot here.
A non-spoilery plot
Yeah.
for any of those who haven't seen it.
All right. So the basic plot of this is Pilgrim goes hunting
Yeah,
to prepare for his Thanksgiving feast on the anniversary of a Black Friday incident.
that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty much.
That's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
That's the plot of the movie. In a funny way.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's basically what I had. Yeah. It's just a guy going around.
Yeah.
Trying to get revenge.
But why is the
Why?
big
Yeah.
is the big reason?
It is the big reason. Kind of a plot twist, kind of not.
Like I saw it coming, but like I was still like questioning it. But like I think it was done on purpose. I don't think it was like. I think a lot of the hints towards like looking back, like after that, I thought it was like well done on like, oh, that makes sense. Like there's little hints thrown subtly throughout the whole film.
All it takes is one little mistake.
Yeah.
And you'll get caught.
It's a matter of life and death.
Yeah. I think this movie started off pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like the beginning was very good. The whole mob scene, the absolute chaos and a riot, pretty much captured what Black Friday used to be.
Yeah.
Like it used to actually be like that, not to degrees of literally people getting like murdered left and right. I'm sure some people did.
Pretty sure
but
that scene taken where the guy is crushed from the door, I think is like literally happened in real life.
Probably. It's a hair. I wouldn't be surprised. They go crazy.
Like I think it was a big news feature that something like that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like maybe a little bit before 2020.
Probably. Yeah, it was bad. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it's also good because we don't have any more casualties like that.
Yeah, everything is online, anyways.
Yeah, and Black Friday starts at the beginning of September, so
yeah,
it's weird. But yeah, we follow.
I feel like we shouldn't get too in depth of the characters. There's a lot of characters.
We
definitely don't want to go.
I want to stick with the main group and the cop.
Yeah,
and maybe the owner of the Right Mart.
Yeah,
that's
Thomas. Yeah,
Thomas.
But there's also Amanda, who is the driving factor.
Yeah, that's true.
Her death.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in the beginning, the family, they're having a nice Thanksgiving dinner, and then good old Mitch gets a call. He works at Right Mart. He's like, I gotta go to work.
I think he's the general manager of the whole store.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I gotta go to work on Thanksgiving. How could you? I gotta go. I'm fired. So obviously they have like 2 security guards.
Yeah.
Because they're doing Black Friday on Thanksgiving earlier than like midnight. So, you gotta gear up, get ready for all that. And we kind of pan over to the store, and like behind all the gates, there's like 1,000 people, and they're rioting. Let us in. We want our waffle irons. Like I don't know.
3 waffle iron for the 100th customer.
Exactly.
First 100th customers.
Yeah. So they're having a hard time trying to keep them back. Then eventually, our group of main teenagers that we follow, they kind of sneak in because the daughter is, her dad's the owner of the store.
Yeah, I wonder if he has multiple stores. Probably the whole brand store.
Yeah, Right Mart. So they get in. They're kind of taunting the mob. They're like, oh, we're in getting all the stuff before you. And then all hell breaks loose. They knock down all the gates. They're full throttle to the front doors. They're banging on the window. They're trying to get in. It collapses. It's a whole mob chaos. It's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting something bad to happen for that build-up.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect it to get like that bad.
We had a lot of deaths. I mean, the one guy got trampled with the door, and he's just like stuttering on the floor.
Yeah.
One guy, as he's walking in the door, he got pushed, and like his neck like slammed into like a shard of glass, and he's just walking around like bleeding out.
He still was trying to get the waffle iron.
Yeah.
The dedication.
Yeah.
Yo, nobody cared. Like
Nope.
Even people who were injured, somebody was trying to take the waffle iron from the guy who had cut from the neck.
They just took it.
What?
It's like no respect. They just want their deals.
Everyone was just so oblivious to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Even the kid Evan, who was just recording everything on his phone, who was taunting them in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, they all play a part.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and then we have a pretty major death early on. We don't know much about the character because the movie started 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Amanda. She's pretty
Amanda.
much the wife of Mitch Connell, the one who had to go. But I mean, should we just spoil it right away? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. Spoilers. Boop. All
right. So I mean, the sheriff was secretly seeing the wife, Amanda, and she dies during this.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what sets off the whole events.
Right. He wants to get revenge on everybody who was a driving factor of the chaos at that mob. So the whole group of kids plus little individual cannon fodder characters, because he's pissed that his secret lover, they were secret lovers.
Yeah, you don't know at the time. There's like kind of subtle hints.
Right.
They're like, you're like, actually at the very beginning when she made that comment, I was like, about oh, I'm sure you'll have a girlfriend, something like that.
Right.
I forget the exact words, but I was like,
yeah,
that must mean something. Yeah. And then as soon as he sees her death and he shoots the gun, like he didn't shoot his gun or like stop anything before that.
Right.
So like I don't know, I feel like he plays a little bit of blame on what happened because he could have shot his gun off any time to.
But would anybody have cared?
I think so.
Yeah, a gunshot. Yeah, it's kind of I
think it was in a very closed off place. I think the sound definitely would have stopped everybody. Which I'm assuming, like, it cuts right after that. Yeah. So I'm assuming that was like the end of that night, like after all that.
He's like, chaos. He sees her dead. He's like, no, shoots the gun, title card, and we get Thanksgiving in bloody font. Very 80s. Very corny.
Yeah, so he pretty much goes on a killing spree of a lot of the main people who kind of started and instigated that whole ordeal.
Right. A year later, so we jump a year into the future.
Yeah.
And the group of kids, they're like, I guess trying to get over what happened. But I didn't think they were like, why do they care?
I don't know. I mean, all of them. So Jessica, Bobby, Ryan, Evan, Yulia, Gabby.
Scoot.
There's a lot of characters in this film.
And there's like zero character development. They're just there.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything. They don't progress. They're just there.
The only character who had the actually good development was Thomas, right? Like at the end, like he's like,
he actually came.
I'm gonna close the store down after all.
Yeah, and he's like, he was the only one that had an arc of, okay, I see where I'm wrong. Let's do it right. Let's correct it.
Yeah,
and he was in the movie for maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was not.
He's a minor side character.
And he's one of the targets towards the end.
Yeah, a major target.
Yeah,
he's kind of the whole reason because he opened the store.
Pretty much.
And he's opening it again, so obviously he's going to target him.
Yeah, but I feel like it was more targeted towards the group of kids because the Instagram posts were towards the kids. I'm sure he wanted to kill Thomas, but like at the same time, he always specifically taunted the group of kids.
Right, and that's where I got confused. I'm like, why? Because they taunted them. He didn't make that YouTube video.
Yeah,
he just recorded it. He didn't make the YouTube video that kind of made fun of the whole thing and blew it up. But I was confused why they really cared. Like, my dad's not closing the store. He's keeping it open. Like, why do they care? Like, they didn't call. It was the mob who caused it, not them, really. Like,
it really was.
It was just weird.
It was I mean,
it was going to happen no matter what, if they taunted them or not. They were going to destroy the store.
Yeah.
Like, them going, oh, we're in here. Yeah, it set them off. But it was going to happen. And then I guess they blame themselves for the whole thing. Like, I didn't buy it.
Yeah, it was pretty over the top, but maybe intentionally.
Yeah.
As you've told me before.
Right. Yeah, his whole directing style was to capture the essence of, like, cheesy B movies.
I could see that. Because the end credits were kind of like...
Yeah.
The very end credits after you find out, he's dead, but not dead, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like, the vibe wasn't like serious. Like at the end credits were like rolling. And I was like, it's definitely felt intentional to do it that way.
Probably.
So like, I'm glad, like if they tried to go for a serious, like if they made it seem like it was serious, I don't think it would have landed well.
I don't think so. It's a pretty goofy idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's a typical slasher in the theme of Thanksgiving, but the whole theme kind of makes it less serious.
Yeah, I did like the John Carver killer though.
Yeah, he had a cool mask and stuff.
Yeah.
He was menacing, like he's kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
If someone's coming at you with that outfit on. But it's a horror, but it's not really scary.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's more just typical less scary slasher.
I'm sure it was probably parodying a lot because like
there's a lot of references.
The beginning woman who gets killed, the manager of the diner. Why did she go in the office, lock herself in? She was fine. She couldn't open her phone because she got blood on it.
Yeah, just wipe it off.
Wipe it off.
Yeah.
Why would you head out the door?
Yeah.
Like, what? Call the cops. Even though, now thinking back about it, if you call the cops, the sheriff was part of that. So, who knows if that would have worked.
Right.
But still, it's just like, I was like...
There's a lot of little things that you just have to excuse because it's a movie.
But I feel like the character was done on purpose because she was not a likable character at all, especially at the beginning.
She was an ass.
She sounded trashy.
Yeah.
And she was rude to the kids. I mean, she's like, you caused it. You literally ripped a woman's hair off and smashed her between two carts with another customer. Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah. The people that cause it don't see their issues.
They're don't.
Just like, oh, I'm just getting my waffle iron.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything wrong. No, but she was like, oh, this isn't the right part. You gotta wait your turn to get served, like, their food. I'm like, hello?
She probably spit in their food, too.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what we were talking about.
Characters. Yeah, I think there was a lot of characters. There's the new cop who comes in.
Yeah.
He's mysterious, but, like, he really didn't do much.
No, he was barely there.
Like, then there was also the other detective guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like the head chief guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all, like, kind of helping. Like, he was just not there. Like, they just introduced him, and maybe he was the killer. I don't know if that was, like, the idea, but, like, the main two other suspects were pretty much Ryan and Bobby.
With that, I don't even get either.
Neither do I.
How come, why does him knowing the security guard make him a suspect?
Because he was killed. He thought he was friends.
He thinks he's going to kill his buddy.
I could see that a little bit, but even still then, it was not believable. And the whole love triangle thing was like, Bobby ghosted me.
Yeah.
And he comes back, I'm sorry, sorry, babe.
Yeah. And he wants to go right back into where he was, but it's complicated.
Yeah. And at the end, when you find out that they thought Ryan was the killer, and Bobby's like, tell him I didn't like him, even though even though he's not the killer.
Even though he's not, I didn't like him. It's the typical, like, cheesiness.
Yeah.
But again, it's intentional, but it wasn't acted well. It was bad acting, too.
Yeah, it was. I feel like the only good acting was, like, and I don't want to say good, amazing, like, outstanding, was probably Thomas Wright and the sheriff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like those were, like, the two main, like, only ones.
Yeah.
Maybe Mitch, but, like, still.
And they're barely in it.
Yeah, they're barely in it. And looking back at it now, I saw that I was like, Mitch wasn't even killed. Like, he wasn't even a target, even though, like, he worked at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming him and the sheriff were friends.
Yeah.
And he's obviously actively protesting against, like, Thomas, right? So, looking back at it now, I was like, oh, that makes sense why he didn't go after him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would have thought maybe he would be part of it, because, like, he was secretly with his wife.
Yeah.
So maybe you would thought he had some kind of disdain for him, but no. I think it was just, like...
It's whoever was just part of the mob.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was trying to help prevent it, so he's not a target.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
2 security guards.
Yeah.
One of them ran off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah, that guy gets targeted. Gets his head sliced off by, like, fishing wire.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Not really memorable. There's a lot of characters to keep track of.
They're just there.
I think they were there just for the cannon fodder.
Yeah. It's a very, again, it's weird. I would categorize this as, like, a gore-fest movie.
Yeah.
But I feel like at the end of it, there could have been more. Like, there wasn't a lot.
I think it was just the creativity of the kills. I thought...
Yeah.
I mean, the killing scene, I liked, actually, the chase scene with Jessica. Like, her hiding with the...
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I was like, those were really the main highlights. I thought was pretty much the chasing and the killer.
Mhm.
Not so much the mystery, but like
It felt like a worse Scream.
yeah,
There's a lot of references to horror movies.
Yeah.
The Halloween's in here from the opening POV shot. We have Scream, but who's the killer? We got a whole group of like teenagers.
yeah, the whole group of teenagers, but
Yeah.
Scream did it really well.
Yeah. Because they focused on it could be one of us.
Yeah.
When they touched on that in this one, but they barely touched on it. Like, it was weird.
Probably, and I guess the play on because I remember in the first one, people thought maybe Dewey was the killer.
Yeah.
Because and obviously in this he's the sheriff, and he actually does turn out to be the killer.
Right.
So maybe that could be a reference of.
Right. Because they did try to reference a lot of people being the killer.
They did.
Except the sheriff, obviously, because he's the main one. Like, they referenced Ryan. They referenced Mitch at one point.
Yeah.
Because you see him put on the mask at the parade. Bobby. Like, there's a lot, and it's like, it's too much. It's too jarring. Like, stick to one sus person and just keep showing them, and maybe another one, like, to do a little twist. But if everybody has a chance and you keep focusing on everybody, you just kind of lose interest. You're like, all right, well, I don't know anymore.
Who did you think the killer was before you knew? Did you 100% think it was the sheriff?
I knew before I watched the movie.
Oh, you
spoiled it? Yeah, I already knew.
Oh, okay.
I watched this last year, but I knew beforehand.
Oh, okay.
But I kind of forgot. Like, it's been a few months after I read who it was, so I was on the fence between Mitch or the sheriff when I first watched it.
I thought maybe it was going to be Mitch, but then he was wearing regular outfit and put the mask on,
mm-hmm.
So I didn't think it was him at that point.
Right.
But there was subtle hints. At points I thought it was the sheriff, but then there was like contradicting things that I thought was like, maybe it's not. I don't think it is.
Right.
But the more you thought about it, I was like, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The pacing though, I actually thought the pacing was good.
I thought it was pretty good. I think the middle kind of felt a little bit slow, but other than that, I think it was a pretty decent pacing.
I was gonna say, I was really having trouble figuring out it being bad pacing at all. Like, I know there's films that are just bad at pacing, but I think in general, point A to point B to point C, it was flowing really well. Like, I was actually interested the whole time, and that could be to the fact of the killings and John Carver, and even though a lot of the character development wasn't really there, didn't really give too much of a reason to really care much, but I was still interested finding out who and why everything went down.
Right.
I was like,
yeah, it's a weird movie. I'll say what I'm gonna say when we get back to the rating, but it's a weird movie how it works.
Yeah.
You're intrigued about it, but there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
But you want to see it. It's weird.
Yeah.
I wasn't bored at all. I was entertained.
That's the
fully
thing.
Through.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a great movie. It's weird. It's a weird combo.
But that could be intentional. So I feel looking back now, maybe years from now, everyone's gonna love the film. It did get good reviews in general on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't want to say Rotten Tomatoes is the end all be all.
It's a baseline.
A little basis of general opinion.
It's got an 89.
Yeah.
Which is really high.
Yeah.
I think the audience is
70 something?
79, 78.
Okay.
I think. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But again, you look at Friday the 13th. It's not a great movie, but people love it. People love it. It's one of those.
It's
you're entertained.
You're entertained because it's really about the killer.
Yeah.
Jason.
Exactly.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. And they did the killer good in this movie.
They did.
He was menacing. He was good.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Kathleen Turkey.
Yeah. The human turkey. What a kill. What a kill. Yeah, that whole cat and mouse scene, the chase before that, I thought was good, like you said.
Yeah.
It felt like I was watching somebody play a video game from my point of view. Because that's how a lot of games go. You gotta sneak around and go when he's right there. So it was pretty fun.
And then the woman, the cheerleader in
the fridge, yeah.
Those were some good aspects of the horror, even though there was a little bit of comedy to it.
Yeah. What's your thought on this? She opened the fridge and she saw the bottle of wine and she took it. Why?
I think she was gonna hit
She was going to use it as a weapon?
over. Yeah.
All right, because when I first saw it, I was like, Is she just
Now's
gonna have
not
a
the
drink?
time for
Yeah,
drinking.
is she gonna have a last drink here? That's what I thought. I was like,
Little rose.
what is going on? But then I was like, maybe a weapon, but she never used it. So
Well, at that point in that same room,
right,
when she thought he saw her footprints, which I'm surprised he really didn't look
yeah,
further.
and those are very
distinct footprints.
Yeah, they were like they were
definitely the
drawn
direction
on the floor.
I thought maybe his thing was he didn't want to destroy the table by accident.
Maybe
because that was what was keeping the identity of like the area, like
yeah,
like the location, all a secret, like to spoof everything. So I think because he looked at it, he wasn't looking under the table. He was looking at like the devices. So I think he was like, I'm not gonna risk doing that. So it was definitely. I feel like it was tactical.
Yeah, he's smart. Obviously,
he's a sheriff.
Yeah, so he knows how to get away with all these murder and stuff.
Yeah,
which is always a funny thing when someone in the police department is the killer because they know technically how to escape it. You know, they know how to hide their tracks and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun when Jessica finds out. She's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
and then he turns around. He's like,
"Yeah, you got me.
You got me."
The little tiny like scrubbles.
He goes. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. The little their chase scene that they had.
I wonder if there's ever like a sequence where like the killer like thinks that the main character knows, but they don't actually know, and then they end up just
they spoil it.
They just spoil it. Yeah. And they're like, I didn't know. Yeah. And they're like, damn it, I could have kept going.
Well, you have to die now.
Well, cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag now.
Kills I didn't like though was probably her friends Gabby and Evan. They just kind of got captured. I was
blown open though.
Yeah, but like I thought maybe they'd have like a little bit of a chase. Like
they were main characters and they kind of just died.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit. It was phony.
I think that phony.
Phony.
The favorite kill was the guy in the turkey outfit at the parade. It was a nice and quick one.
Just a clean.
It was like Happy Thanksgiving, and he just got decapitated. It was one of those shocks.
He didn't deserve it.
That's what makes it good. He didn't expect it. So I think that's the best scene in the whole movie, the parade scene. Like the cinematography and the lighting with all the smoke and stuff. I think that was just perfectly shot.
Yeah,
it was pretty entertaining to watch.
Because at this point, I was still I don't think I was still convinced that it was the sheriff. But then the sheriff wasn't present there. But then you're like,
right. Well, here's a question. During the parade scene, clearly the sheriff was the one in the clown outfit.
Yes.
But then they showed somebody else, like within buildings, wearing the John Carver outfit. Who was that?
I think that was just a random person.
He was like sneaking around.
Though. I think that was just to make you think that was.
But like again, then we get back to that.
What if the sheriff wasn't in the clowns?
Yeah, who would it have been?
Just confused.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a stream where like, oh, there was a second killer.
That's the second movie.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the sheriff is still alive.
Yeah, they didn't show.
They didn't show by.
He did explode though.
I don't know. I don't think he wasn't that close to the explosion.
There was a lot of gas in that balloon though.
He farted too much.
Yeah. He went boom.
He went boom.
Boom boom.
Yeah. I think that a lot of the main message was just like
revenge.
It was revenge, and then pretty much the oblivious of like every character in that. Like, it was like Thomas at first didn't even understand why this was happening, and then he decides to close it. And at the beginning, all the crowds, they're so oblivious to like anybody, even the kids going into the building. Like, this is like, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea just to taunt. It was just like,
well, this is people in real life. This is
it definitely mimicked real life. Like, people definitely have that mentality.
People in crowds are stupid.
They are.
Like, they don't think. They just, one person does it, then they follow. It's monkey see, monkey
do. Yeah, when he got on the bullhorn and it was like, store's open.
Yeah, and then they go, oh, okay, and they just charge it, even though it's still gated off. It's like, you're going to get your damn waffle iron.
Yeah, like, you're literally just making whoever owns the place richer. Like,
yeah, you're still spending your money.
Yeah, like
to die. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think crowds like that happen a lot in real life during Black Friday. So like I think it definitely mimic like they definitely 100% mimicked like real life like
Oh, 100%.
incidents
And
like
I
that.
think they did a good job showing it, portraying it.
Yeah, it really like that opening scene.
It was
It really hooked
very
me in
powerful.
in general to the whole vibe of the film. I was like, this is definitely gonna be like over the top.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're not leaving any leftovers.
No leftovers.
I wrote down one line from the movie
I got a couple
that I
lines.
thought was, it gave me a little chuckle. I was like, really? This is the writing? But again, it's supposed to be like this. They go, if we let the police handle it, we're all going to be 50% off. I was like, really? 50% off? So they're going to be half dead? Not all dead? If you think about it, they're half dead. Not all dead. It doesn't really make sense, that line. That's what I got.
They probably used just AI to come up with a joke.
They used AI to write the script.
There was a couple like moments like that I thought were just funny in general. I was like when Ryan and Bobby were just like talking like at the parade, like before the parade in that warehouse.
Mhm.
He had a pilgrim outfit on, and Bobby didn't. I thought the whole
Yeah.
exchange was funny. Pilgrim outfit, like trying to be serious,
Mhm.
and I couldn't take him serious.
Nope.
I think this was all done on purpose for
It was.
sure.
It
Like,
100% is, yeah.
and at first I thought maybe it was serious, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, this is definitely like more of like a goofy movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the direction they wanted.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be serious.
Yeah. And we got names like Scuba Diving.
Yeah. Like, come on. Who names somebody Scuba?
And I'll say again, the turkey mascot didn't deserve it. He could have killed somebody else.
Come on. It was good, though.
He could have killed somebody else.
They had to
He
kill
had
somebody.
nothing to do with it. Maybe he
No,
did.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like turkeys. Well, think about it. The whole holiday is ruined for him now. So he hates everything about it, including the turkey.
True.
Think about it that way.
I guess it's like Silent Night, Deadly Night.
It just blew your mind. Now he hates turkeys. He's gonna
Come
kill them all.
on.
Yeah, he's gonna kill them all.
He gets flashbacks anytime he sees a turkey.
Yeah, just like Ricky sees the color red. PTSD kicks in.
Yeah. Did you think like it paid off for like the sheriff being the killer, or did you think like maybe somebody else deserved it? Like, did it make sense?
When I rewatched it, I was like, I don't understand why he's doing all this. But then they connected the dots of the wife died.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess I can see it, but like, I don't think it's strong enough to warrant all of this.
So like his actions, like I think
Like
like
him murdering, like again, it's a movie, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
horror slasher. You gotta accept it. But like, your wife got trampled in a whole mob. That's technically not one single person's fault, and you're gonna take it out on these people because they died. They didn't kill her.
true.
Only the one guy and the waitress technically killed her,
Yeah.
and he's taking it out just because he's upset
I was okay with
that he
the-
was
yeah.
cheating. Well,
Yeah.
she was cheating.
Yeah.
He did it wrong.
Yeah.
He's in the wrong.
Oh no. Wait. Are you saying that?
She's cheating on Mitch.
Yeah.
He's not with anybody, but he's still the adulterer.
Yeah, they're both in the wrong because
Yeah.
they both know
Exactly.
what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah. So technically, he's not in the right. So
He
I think
isn't.
it was blown out of proportion.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could have called back. I feel like he could have called more police over in
Yeah.
the Black
Could
Friday.
have called backup. Well, he did, but they didn't show up. He said, "We need backup now," but
I think it was before everything kicked off. I think
Yeah.
he should have
you
definitely.
saw all these people with 2 security guards, and
Yeah.
the one ran away.
Maybe there's a little bit of guilt, and he's just kind of
Maybe.
like so upset at everything that happened that he went through that. But like at the same time, I was okay with him being the killer.
Mhm.
It made sense versus probably any other person.
Yeah.
I don't know who else that they could have made it work with.
The only other person I think would be Mitch,
Yeah.
but again, it's the same reason.
Because I would have hated if they had that the cop come in and he's the killer.
Oh, it would
Like,
have made no sense
I-
unless they roped him in somehow. But yeah, no, it wouldn't have made sense.
yeah, but I mean, the sheriff didn't really seem like he had any signs of like mental illnesses or anything like that that would make him so unhinged to do that.
Yeah, no.
So like that part, I was like not really believable.
Mhm.
Like, there's no really reason. Like he wasn't really shown to have any type of just for the love of Amanda.
Right.
But like I feel like that's not justified.
No.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't like
They picked the
Somebody
best
else.
actor in the movie to portray the villain.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And he portrayed it well.
yeah. I mean that whole Thanksgiving feast scene
Yeah.
like was pretty fun and
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah, it was nice. It wasn't nice. It was nice to watch. It's not nice to watch. It was well put together. How about that?
Hopefully you don't have any feasts anytime soon that you're hosting.
Next week. Next week. I mean today. Later on.
Would you recommend this to other people?
Yeah, I think it's a fun film.
I think everybody should enjoy it.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Well, if you like this kind of stuff, I'm not going to give somebody who loves rom-com dramas, who's never seen a horror movie, to watch it.
I don't know. There's a little bit of love in this.
There's a little bit of love fighting in this. There's a little bit of everything in this movie. I'd say go watch it if you haven't seen it and you want to. Like I said, I had fun.
Yeah. I think if you like over the top fun comedy
Mhm.
and a movie that's not like taking itself too serious,
Yeah.
that has a little bit of horror and gore, then I think it's definitely a good watch.
Yeah, it's not over the top gore. It's like just enough. It's not Terrifier. It's a lot of practical effects and they're done well, but it's not like they're not shown on screen for long. It's like a little snippet and then they go away.
Mhm.
But it's well done.
Would you watch the second one?
Oh yeah, I have to now.
I mean, you gotta see where it's gonna head. Like, what
Yeah.
are they gonna do after? Like, I feel like the conclusion's there. Like,
Yeah, there's
what
no,
else?
It's just I failed.
It's
let me
gonna be
try
more
again.
revenge.
Yeah, let me try again.
That's where the only other place I could see them taking.
Unless they take it to he is dead, and one of his relatives. It's like, it just goes down the family
Oh
line.
no, not that
It's one of
again!
those.
Not that.
It's like, oh, my dad died,
Just like
I'm
in
gonna
Friday
get
the
revenge.
13th.
Yeah. so
I mean,
unless
that
they do
wasn't
that.
relative, but the copycat kill.
Yeah, I can see it doing that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I think I like the intentional mocking of the movie.
Yeah.
Of like other movies.
Mhm.
I think it wasn't like a specific spoof like Scary Movie was, but like
Right.
they did it in a fun way,
It,
and it was unique enough.
it was more paying homage than a spoof.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a direct spoof because they just hinted at, oh, this is like just like this movie, like the Scream or the Halloween POV in the beginning.
Mhm.
It's not a direct. They're not making fun of it. They're just paying homage to.
Yeah.
Iconic.
You think the bad acting was intentional?
That's a hard one.
I know you can
Like, you can. It's weird. You can intentionally have bad writing, but you can still act it well.
Yeah.
I think it was
Okay.
just bad acting. Like, the way they conveyed it. And again, it's not a spoof movie. So, yeah, I think it's just bad. Like, when, again, I forget names. I'm bad with names. But Scuba's girlfriend, the Russian.
Yulia.
Yeah, Yulia. Yeah, I thought it was Julia, and I thought they were saying that because of the accent. But no, her name's actually Yulia. So, when she was getting killed, Scuba's in the car like, no. Like, it was just, he, like, didn't care. He was just saying no. Like, the way he conveyed the no was bad.
When he broke, I was gonna say when he broke down though,
That was
right next to
good.
her, that was good.
Yeah.
But like before that, it was like there wasn't any urgency with her.
Yeah,
It was
it's weird.
So maybe it was intentional. But
Maybe. It's weird.
what about the main actress, Jessica?
I thought she was the best out of the bunch.
Yeah, out of all the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I think the one girl who played Gabby is like a internet personality.
Yeah, what's her
Addison
name?
Rae.
Yeah, Addison, yeah.
I saw her name. I was like, I'm
I'm
afraid she's probably not gonna be good.
I knew the name. TikTok, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh. But yeah, no. There were no, like, greats.
Even between Thomas and I forget what's his name? The actor for the sheriff. I know
Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey. Yes.
Yeah, he's, a famous actor.
Yeah.
So,
For the most part,
that's
I mean, they were the best performances.
And they're more experienced. They're old.
Yeah.
Older, so. They've had
old.
old. You're old. They had their
Now,
life.
I'm curious what your final score is.
My score.
Yeah.
Like, again, I like the movie.
I like it too.
I was entertained,
Yes.
but it fell flat in so many places. I'm giving it a 6.5.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
gonna
really?
give it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. You have a 7 out of 10.
No, I changed it throughout the whole conversation.
So did I. I did too. I had it at a 7, and I changed it.
I had
to
a 7.
6.5.
I was like, at first before coming here, I was like, I was gonna go 6, and then I was like, writing this whole thing, I was like, 7.
Yeah.
And then talking with you more, I was like, all right, 6.
It's a weird movie. You like it, but you don't like it.
Yeah.
You're entertained, but it's not good.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know what could have been better to like actually make it like good, even with adding the comedy.
Maybe more character development.
Probably.
The plot is like paper thin.
I think they should have just done a little bit less characters and tried not to introduce. I feel like they shouldn't even added the new cop.
Yeah.
I feel like it was pointless. Shouldn't have added him because like that his opening was like, yeah, the new cop was in here. He's not much of a talker.
Yeah.
So like what's the point of like letting us know that like he doesn't really do anything?
They set up so much stuff, but it doesn't go anywhere because there's too many characters.
Yeah.
I say get rid of the twist. Let it be known that he's the killer. There's so many twists in these movies where it's like it's overdone.
Yeah.
And for this type of movie, you don't need it.
Yeah.
Like just let it be known you're following him. He's getting revenge. This way you can actually you can follow it more easily about wondering what's going on, who is doing this while trying to follow it. Because at times it can get confusing.
Yeah.
You just kind of lose track.
The only like excess characters I thought were okay because they were more used for fodder was like the guy and the girl with the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Anybody else who was pretty much involved, but was like you can kind of tell like they were more like shitty people like in general. So like you're okay with them being in the movie. Like you already know like how much like you don't care. You don't actually care for them, so you're okay with them being killed.
Right.
But when it comes to characters that you're supposed to care for, even the asshole ones like Evan, like who's not really like a good friend in general, like they could have done a little bit better with like just balancing.
Just 3 to 4 people. That's it. You don't need 7. They had like 6. Like there was
They introduced the detective, and he didn't really do it. Like I thought maybe like if he was maybe the one to find out that it was the sheriff, and then he kills him. Maybe it would have been like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, now why is he involved in actually being killed? Thought this was all about the Black Friday event. It's like,
and the whole thing should have been put on. I think Tom. He's the reason the store is opened.
Yeah,
he opened it. Focus on Tom. Make him the main.
I guess the reason, instead of it making it seem more personal to Jessica, because he was really taunting the whole friend group.
But she wasn't.
I was gonna say.
So why target her specifically?
Yeah, obviously because it's she's the daughter of Thomas. But like maybe if it was
target Tom.
I was gonna say maybe specifically target Tom.
Yeah.
And maybe he survives a couple of like encounters, and then that's what makes him start to realize maybe he should close.
Yeah.
Maybe not there because that would be more of a selfish. But once maybe he goes to target Jessica, then he's like, all right, let's close it.
Yeah. Now you're getting into the family.
Yeah, it kind of shows that. I feel like it was an okay arc he already had, but I think it would have made a better arc.
Yeah. He would have went from like shitty person to multiple steps getting to the right direction of now, all right, you're attacking my family. I need to protect them.
Yeah.
Like now is when I really need to step up. Yeah. Instead of just going, all right, we're just gonna close.
But the stepmom still dies.
Yeah.
yeah. The turkey said.
But it's too late at that point.
Yeah.
He already made his decision. So it's like, yeah.
I thought the Instagram post with making the feast was pretty interesting, though. I thought.
It's kind of cool. I thought it was weird that they chose Instagram. But I guess he doesn't have their phone number, so he can't really text them.
Oh no, I watched a video of something about like how it's hard to like watch. It's kind of hard to incorporate phones and social media into movies because it's on a screen. There's nothing to actually really like grasp. It's more about like because like things like the fuck up where the woman at the diner, she could have used her phone to call somebody, maybe not even the police because the sheriff, but still call anybody.
Right.
And she could have wiped her phone from the blood.
Yeah, she kept trying to swipe up to open it, but not wipe it.
She was secure and locked in that room.
Yeah,
she could have
decides to leave.
I would have stayed there till morning.
Yeah.
It'd be better to go outside daylight instead of outside night. Like,
and if you're ever in a scenario where there's a car coming at you, move to the right or the left. Don't run in the straight line as the car.
Yeah, she
Why do-
almost made it though.
Almost. Why do people do that? Run to the left or the right. Yeah, they can turn left, but if you run in a straight line, it's just gonna hit you faster. At least you can try to juke it out last second.
Yeah, I never understood that. I mean, I
People
guess
just-
you're not in a situation where the car is going like, what, 40 miles an hour probably.
Yeah.
So maybe, but we've never really experienced that.
No,
so
but I just feel like
it
it's an
might be
obvious thing to
anything.
go left or right or diagonal because you
That
have
might
to
bring me.
turn.
That might bring me back to saying about in Halloween Ends with the car.
Yeah, that too. You just stood there running straight.
That was
go
one of
left.
my gripes with that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
go right, go left. I don't get it.
Especially it was like there wasn't that much. Like there's no way you could climb on top of one of the other cars.
Yeah.
How are you gonna?
Exactly. Why? There's literally rows of cars that you could easily hide in. Why go straight? I don't know. I don't get that.
It's no longer the Thanksgiving episode.
No, it's the Halloween Ends episode.
No, yeah, like
It's not a great movie, but it's a fun movie to watch.
yeah. Would you watch it again? Like
I watched it.
every Thanksgiving?
I watched it a total of 3 times, but I can see myself giving it a watch once a year around Thanksgiving.
Okay, like
I
a
think
little
I could
guilty
do that.
pleasure. Like
Yeah, we have our Christmas movies, we have our Halloween. Why not throw in the Thanksgiving? It's a fun watch. It's entertaining.
I mean, yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night isn't really like
That's a guilty.
a good. It's
pleasure
a
watch.
guilty pleasure.
I got that pre-ordered on 4K. It shipped yesterday. I'm so excited. I can't wait. But yeah.
Yeah.
That is Thanksgiving, and we made sure to leave no leftovers.
No leftovers. How much time we have?
26 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll just wait here and sit.
Beep, beep, beep. Sitting quiet for 26 seconds. My watch isn't even on. How do you like those apples?
It's like my watch isn't even on this arm.
I don't even have a watch. I have Patrick Starr's watch. It should draw off.
I've got 2 watches.
That's just
Actually, 4.
That's just
2
over.
on my ankles.
Ankle bracelets.
No.
You're on the lamb.
Anklet.
You're on the lamb. But yeah, that's Thanksgiving.
That is Thanksgiving.
That's our review.
Yeah.
6.5.
6.5.
But it's fun.
Is this the first one we're on the exact same rating?
Yeah, I think the other ones we were like 1 or half a point off.
I think so.
But it's kind of weird because we both had it at a 7, and we both changed to a 6.5 in the middle of the.
Well, no. Did you have it at a 6 first?
No, I had it
Okay.
at a 7 always.
Okay. That's still pretty close. I was like,
Yeah.
I had a 6, and then I was like, all right, 7, 6.5.
Yeah. I was like 7's too high.
I didn't want to rate it lower than a 5.
No, it's not. It's watchable.
Yeah.
Anything above a 5, you can find entertainment.
I was gonna say, other than Borderlands, what's a movie that's definitely under a 5?
Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2.
Yeah, you had to watch that again. That's fine.
Yeah, never again.
Never
Never again.
The Halloween ranking episode number 2.
No. We will revisit that when they make another Halloween movie.
I feel like,
Which is
I feel
coming
like it's
soon.
unnecessary if they did.
It is. Just let it die. Or wait 20 years, then do it again.
Yeah, I feel like they just do remakes really quickly for no
They're
reason.
breaking in. The zombies
It's
are
John Carver.
He's coming to get us. He's carving the door up. John Carver. What a clown.
All right. Well, that'll almost conclude what we have to say about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not the holiday.
No.
Thanksgiving's good.
Yeah.
We like food.
Food's yum.
Hope you guys are wearing your elastic pants
Mhm.
for this Thanksgiving.
Get your stretch pants on. Fill up. It's the one day a year no one can make fun of you for eating so much. It's allowed.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you run around the neighborhood and you run it off. And you're good to go. You burn them off. So feast.
So we'll talk about a little bit of what's upcoming next episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have a big thing planned.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty early in the works. We still
Yeah.
have to get down to the nitty gritty, but I think it's going to be fun. It'll take up the whole episode.
Don't know how long it'll take, but
Roughly maybe
Hopefully.
an hour, maybe more. I don't know.
I don't know.
Depends on how in depth we go.
Yeah,
But
we're definitely really excited
Yeah.
for this. It's
we think we're doing something that people have done, but I think we're putting our own unique twist on it to make it different enough.
Yeah.
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 It's a. Do we tell them?
I'm trying to think. Like I want to be vague, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Do we tell them?
I don't want to
There's going to
outright.
be some fighting.
All right, so let's think of think of like a battle royale
Yeah.
of
Hunger Games.
a whole bunch of different killers from different movies,
Mhm.
all battling together.
Yeah.
The way we're gonna do it is like think about kind of like a story.
Mhm.
Each of them, they're gonna have. We're gonna base off of like what type of strength and powers they have,
Mhm.
and dice might be involved. Not really.
Yeah,
But
that's like later down the line.
Yeah.
For the more evolved version. But yeah, we're gonna take the classic horror icons.
yeah, it's
Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, people like those. We're gonna throw them basically in like a Hunger Games arena, and we're gonna randomize who comes up, so we won't know who's going against each other, and then kind of on the spot we'll have a little tiny debate on who we think would win.
Yeah,
And
kind of
then-
make it maybe like a little story.
Yeah,
of like
we'll try to make it
how it would actually go down.
Right. We'll use lore from those movies to tie it in. They'll be statted up with their stats, strength, intellect, and that will play a factor in who would win the fight.
Yeah.
But just because someone has more strength than him doesn't mean he's going to win,
Yeah.
It depends on what they can do.
Yeah,
So-
I think it will be pretty interesting.
So we'll see if that comes together nicely.
Yeah.
We think it'll be fun.
I think so too.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Our fans.
For two.
Our 2 fans. Maybe 3. Maybe we gained 1. And they haven't subscribed. Which brings me to my next point. You should subscribe.
Yeah.
It's free. Just hit the button.
Hit the button.
And hit the bell button. Because when you hit the bell, when we upload, you'll know immediately. So you'll never miss an episode.
Immediately.
Immediately. Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office immediately.
So yeah, follow us on all of our social media, TikTok,
Mhm.
Twitter.
X.
No, nobody calls it X.
Well, you have to say Twitter X.
No, I don't. Who says?
I
Is
say,
Elon Musk going to arrest me?
yeah,
Oh shit!
I'll call him. I'm getting him on the phone.
Dad, he said X.
My dad owns Microsoft.
No, my dad owns Twitter.
X.
Oh god.
Spotify. Facebook. Forgot if you said that.
No, I only said Instagram and Twitter. So TikTok. I might have said TikTok.
Anyway.
Probably should rehearse. it.
Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook, Spotify. We're everywhere.
Everywhere you go.
No.
Everywhere.
No. It is a family-friendly episode, kind of. So, kind of fits in. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of murder and
I
death.
said fuck.
But, yeah. I just said it again. Now we're rated R.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Now we're rated R. Anyway. That's the episode.
That's the episode. Thank you guys for watching.
See you next time.
Yep.
With the Battle Royale. Peace. All right.